It is not yet clear when operations will resume at the flooded Grobler Bridge Post outside Lephalale in Limpopo. The Border Management Authority suspended operations for 3 days due to high water levels. Trucks are queuing outside the port of entry that connects South Africa and Botswana. For more, we cross to our SABC News reporter, Pimani. Baloyi. Pimani, thank you so much for your time. What's the latest that side? These incessant rains have wreaked havoc around the Limpopo province. Now the Border Management Authority also running into problem.
Good afternoon, Diab, and good afternoon to our viewers. Indeed, this rain seems to be wreaking havoc in and around this area of Limpopo, where we've seen the Limpopo River filled to capacity and overflowing into other areas. This specific, the Grobler Bridge port of entry being one of those areas that it has overflown into, leading to the BMA about 3 days ago, making that decision that all operations would be suspended. We were in the port of entry earlier, and the buildings are partially submerged in water. The electric substation is also partially submerged in water, where Eskom has had to cut off electricity supply into the area. They've also had to cut off the generator into that area for safety reasons. But as you can see, Tiabo, right over there, truck drivers that were traveling between these two countries, Botswana and South Africa, some were caught in between that closure, that temporary suspension of operations. Some were making their way into the port of entry prior to that announcement of that suspension. And I bring in one who is a Zambian national who is was supposed to be moving goods from Durban to further in the Congo, Mr. Muleya, Alex Muleya. Mr. Muleya, take me through where you were when this port of entry, it was announced that it would be closed temporarily due to this high water level.
Yeah, the time they announced that they will close the border, I was here. That's the time when I was arriving here, and we were told that the border will be closed by 14 hours. So now, when the paper was ready, we tried to push, and the time coming, so they closed the border. So now, you know, we had the challenge of the passports, because when we went that side to Durban, we load, and after loaded, so the days I arrived here, I only remained with 2 days. So the challenge, the big challenge that I had is for the passport. Yeah, as I'm talking now, I need to rush to go to Stockport border there to go and to renew the passport, because the day are finishing. And the challenge what we are having here is the issue of transport. Yeah, because when we came here, we are just given the diesel to reach here and get diesel that side, Martin Drifts. So now it means the company has to arrange the diesel to reroute. So as we are waiting for rerouting, we need to go and put the passport. So the issue here is a challenge of transport.
Yes. And now what are you going to do? Because you still need to reach the DRC. How are you going to move? But I understand your passport challenge, and also you've been sleeping in your truck. How are you getting by? What are you eating as you are stuck here?
Also eating is a challenge, because when you start moving, you plan for your journey. And I knew that when I close here, I can just move like maybe 2 days. I'm at the Zambian side. So now you need to start to replan again, to start talking to the owner of the truck so that they can send something for food. As I'm talking now here, the food is almost finished. Yeah.
And the documentation, are you getting any assistance ensuring that you are still in South Africa legally until all of this is resolved?
Oh, when we went to ask that side, we are told that there's nothing which they can do, because all office there is closed and the computers are in water. So there's nothing they can do. The only thing that you can do is to find a place where you can go and stamp your passport. You go out and in so that they give you another days.
Because this is a genuine concern. There is water there. The entire offices are flooded. Were you able to sneak peek? I know it's closed to the public. Were you able to see the level of water? I'm sure it's a bit scary.
Yeah, we went the other side to go and see the water because at the gate is closed and we are not allowed to go inside because it's hazards that side. So we just went around that side to go and check the water. So we have seen that the water is full over that side and there's nothing we can do. And to my own understand, looking at this place here, we don't know when they are going to open. And I think maybe here it can take even 2 weeks or 3 weeks so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moleadiabo. That's the economic impact of this closure. It's not just for the businesses, but for the truck drivers who are here on documentation that allow them to be in the country for short periods because they were not anticipating that they could be this temporary closure of this port of entry. Diabo?
Thank you so much, Pimani. Baloyi.